Good morning, everybody. It's podcast number 39, and it is March 27th. And
welcome to the Nicnacknits podcast.
I'm not awake yet. I can't believe Heather's more awake than I am because she's like 2 hours
It's
behind
2
me.
hours
But
earlier
yeah,
for me.
I am Nicci, and I'm coming to you from Berlin, Wisconsin. And you can find me on Instagram as Nicnacknits. You can find me on Ravelry as Nicci52879, and it's Nicci with 2 C's.
Mhm.
And you can find the podcast group on Ravelry also as Nicnacknits, where we host all of our make-alongs, knit-alongs, all the stuff. All the rules are over there, but you can also participate on Instagram with the hashtags that we will put down below as we talk about them. That's all for me.
Yeah. Excuse me. Good morning. I am Heather. I'm coming to you from Southern California. I am Enmomma on Instagram, Enmomma on Ravelry. And all of our link keys will be in the down bar.
Correct.
So you don't worry about writing everything down. It's all down there.
No. And you can reach out to either one of us in those places. You also can email us at Nicnacknits2018@gmail.com. So any way you can get your entries into us, we'll take them. Because we know some people aren't on Ravelry, some people aren't on Instagram. We also have a Facebook group that's Nicnacknits. So there's multiple ways that you guys can enter. We don't want to disinclude anybody.
Yeah.
And we do say knit, but you can crochet if the pattern is there.
If it fits into our crocheting is allowed and acceptable.
Yep.
If you can make it fit. But real quick on the topic of entering elsewhere besides Ravelry, if you do enter, say on like Facebook or Instagram, we would just ask that you would tag one of us, because if we're not friends or if we're not following, and you just use the hashtag, sometimes we won't be able to see it unless we're tagged. So we want to make sure that all of your entries are being seen by us. So tag one of us, and then we'll be able to see your entry.
Yep, because of Instagram changing everything.
Yeah. So I'm just like hyper aware. Like, I want you guys to be able to get your entries in. So if you do go Instagram or Facebook route, that's totally fine. We'll accept them, but we just ask that you would tag one of us.
Please and thank you.
Yes.
I will talk about our first cal then. Sock It To Me. We have that. That is a year-long knit-along that we've hosted for all 3 years of podcasting. Mm-hmm. And the hashtag will be down below, but it is Sock It To Me March 21, because each month we have entries, and if you make it the whole year with entries, there's grand prizes at the end. So March is coming to an end on the 31st. I know 4 of the ladies who are in the grand prize drawing are entered already, but there's 5 of you have not put your pictures up yet. And all you have to do for our Sock It To Me, it's not even a whole pair, guys. You just need 1 sock.
Yeah.
Adult sock.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do the whole pair, you can enter twice.
Mm-hmm.
And we draw prizes at the end of every month. Well, in the first podcast of the next month. Mm-hmm. And it's always going to be a pattern drawing for the Sock It To Me until the grand prize at the end. And then we're not going to tell you what all entails in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty substantial prize. But who won it last year?
Last year we had 2 winners because we only had 2 that made it all the way through, and I had enough prizes to give them away.
Yeah. And
so Vani won one, and I want to say it was IMECOLL. She was really active last year. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And she's really active this year too.
Oh, really? I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with the Ravelry pages. I'm sorry.
So, do you want to talk about one of the other ones?
Yeah. So this year our designer along is Knitting Expat, Mina Phillip, and we are doing that drawing every quarter. So our first quarter is ending March 31st, and we will draw prizes in our first episode of April, and then the new April, May, June thread will go up um, at the 1st of April. And then, so any pattern by Knitting Expat, it could be a hat, it could be a pair of socks, anything, a sweater, anything that she's done, you could post in there, and then we'll draw prizes quarterly, and then at the end of the year, we'll draw one grand prize. And we draw from the beginning to the point where we are. So like in quarter 2, we'll still draw from 2 to whatever the last number is. We don't start them over again.
It just had to be less than 50% done at the beginning of 2021.
Yeah.
To be entered.
Mm-hmm.
So if you started a brand new sweater January 1st and you don't finish it till December 22nd, you can still enter it.
Yeah.
And that end date.
Yeah. So. Anything you do in 2021 that's Nina Expat.
And if they're socks, you get a double dip.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Socks, you get double dip. Sweaters, you get double dip. You want to talk about sweater along?
Yep. So, yep, as Heather just mentioned, we have the sweater along going along for this year. Again, 50% are under. I will just write down what quarter, the number that we were at the end of the quarter on the podcast, Ravelry thread, and then we'll count forward. And that, I know we have a couple entries right now for this quarter. So that ends on March 31st. The new one starts on March 1st right away.
April 1st.
Yeah, April. What did I say?
March.
Oops. Yeah, I'm a little behind.
It's okay.
I feel like 2021 is going super fast, but then some days are dragging, so yeah.
Yeah. It's March.
The hashtag for the sweater along is NNK sweater 2021, and then Knitting Expats is NNK Knitting Expat 2021.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mention that.
So that is all of our admin.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be right back with FOs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're back to talk about our FOs and whips. And Nicci's the only one that has one, so go ahead.
And the one I'll insert a picture here. Because it was the temperance shawl, and that as soon as I got it finished the next morning, it immediately went in the mail to Arkansas Yarn Co. for the shop sample. And then I took a little video because I couldn't get it all in one picture, so I will insert that too at the end. And my only other FO is a dishcloth. So that's all I have.
Yeah, I didn't even see the temperance shawl done. We talked one day, she was knitting it. We didn't talk the next day. We talked the day after. It was gone. I was like, are you kidding me?
Maybe.
Okay, so you go first and then we'll switch.
Yep. All right, so the first one I will talk about for whips is I'm doing the Go-To cardigan Cal with Around the Table out of their new Chunky Monkey base from Shipji's. And I'm making this for my grandmother for Mother's Day. Last time you guys saw it, I was trying to figure out where that was. It was right here. So I can't even get it all on screen.
Hold up,
this is the back.
There we go.
And this is, the colorway is called Passion Fruit. And I was able to start just the left front.
Is
So
that true to color? What's coming up on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really pretty. It's not something I would have guessed Grandma would choose.
Yeah, Grandma loves purple. So hopefully next time we podcast, that'll be off my needles. That's my hope.
That's doable. It's a bulky. Okay, my first whip. I don't think I actually worked on this in the past 2 weeks, but I didn't show it in last podcast, so that's why I'm showing it now. My needles are coming off. So this is my baby blankets that I'm knitting for my son's baseball coach's new baby.
Really
she's not here yet, but she'll be here in June.
And I will insert a picture of this one also.
Yeah, well, the picture I took wasn't the whole thing, but
yeah, no, but it shows it really well.
So I was here the last time we podcast, or the last time you saw it on a podcast, so not a lot of work done, but I need to try and make this my goal, spend some time on it each day, because her baby shower is in May. And
oh boy.
Not the only thing I wanted to make for the baby. So, it's getting down to the wire, and I'm getting stressed.
Not at all.
Oh, and this is out of Bernat Baby Sport in the Tiny Tulips colorway.
It's so pretty. I love that colorway.
Me too. Next
is my Coffee Talk socks. And last time you guys saw them, I was right here. So I just had to do the toe. Now I just got to do the heel. It wants to talk to you. But there they are. And this is Leading Men. It was one of the sock sets that they do every month. Mm-hmm. And I forgot to write down what colorway it was. So I will link my project page because I have all my projects up there.
I want to say it's something Storm.
Yeah, that's all I can remember right now.
I can't remember. Sorry.
It's okay.
Can you show that one more time and the front of the sock? I like that.
I do too.
That's pretty. Okay, my next. I'm still considering it a whip. Because it's not technically off the needle. All I have to do is Kitchener my toe. But I didn't do that yet. So this is my February sock. Still the only one. This is Bellatrix Lestrange colorway from Night Owl Fibers. And I did the bundled up sock pattern from Mina Phillip Knitting Expat. And the blue is just a random blue mini. I think I actually got this blue from Knit Picks.
Okay.
When they had their sale on their
stroll. Probably stroll.
Yeah, I just ordered a bunch of different colors that I thought would go. So this is it. And all I have to do is Kitchener the toe and start the next sock. But
you didn't even start the second one on that one?
No, because I still have my needles on the... I mean, I have other needles, but I still have 2 needles on the...
Gotcha.
See? My needles are empty.
You're really enjoying the double points.
I actually have... I am, yes, that's a true statement. But I have socks on every way that I know how to knit them right now. I have magic loop, double points, and 9-inch circulars.
Nice.
So I feel like I'm channeling my inner crazy sock lady. With all the ways you could do it, all the ways.
So I will continue talking about socks. Again, around the table is doing Sock Club. And they're doing DRK Everyday Socks by Andrew Mowry. And last time I might have showed these was just the toe I had, but I'm not really sure. But I now have the sock. And this is the first pair of fingering weight socks that I've ever done toe up and actually been successful. So I am in the middle. So where the stitch marker is here was where I started the Flegel heel.
Mm-hmm.
And the colorway was a sock set that I got 4 years ago called Bedazzle from Arkansas Yarn Co. on her Super Sparkle. So I'm really liking how it's working up. This skinny of a sock doesn't, I'm like looking at like, who's that going to fit?
But you've tried it on?
Yeah.
And it fits good?
It does. It does. It's not I don't think this is my favorite way to knit a pair of socks, but at least now I can say that I've tried it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can say I tried it and I don't think it's for me. But I'm going to give it at least one more try before I'm like, no.
Yeah, I've done toe up, and I mean, it has its advantages, but I prefer cuff down now. I don't even know the last time I did a toe up sock.
Yeah, I'm getting really anxious about the whole like binding off because I don't like when it flares. So I'm going to try the tubular and see if that helps with that.
Have you tried, well, no, because this is your first time doing a toe-up sock, but if the tubular doesn't work out, I would try the sewn bind-off.
Okay.
You just have to make sure that when you're doing it, that you don't pull tight. Like, our instinct now, because we've been doing cuff down, and the only time we sew is to do the Kitchener, and our instinct is to pull tight.
Right.
But when you're doing the sewn bind off, don't.
Okay.
But it doesn't tend to flare as much as the Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off.
Yeah, because that's what I used the only other time I did toe up, and those were on, but they were on worsted weight.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to like compare. Like I said, this is my first fingering weight.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Good job. They look good.
Thanks.
So my last whip is my March socks, and I am doing these 2 at a time. Sorry, I have
so many strings.
I have tangles. Yeah, I have so many strings. So I am doing these 2 at a time on Magic Loop. I was a little nervous about getting started, but I used the Crazy Sock Lady, her kind of tutorial walkthrough of how to get started, and she makes it pretty easy. So if you're nervous, I suggest going to that video on YouTube. But this is the Albus Dumbledore colorway from Night Owl Fibers, and this is, I think this one actually came from Hobby Lobby. It's just like a mustardy yellow colorway.
It looks really good with those, though.
I like it. I think it matches really good.
Now, don't forget, I'm going to mention it here, Heather,
Huh?
that you and Kim are now racing for your March socks with that pair.
Yeah, I know.
And I will insert her picture because Heather and her were talking, and Kim thought that Heather was calling her out. So she's in the middle of working on her, so she just sent us a picture of her socks for March before we started.
Is it her second?
I gotta grab my phone. So I think she's got just the heel on her first one to do, and then the second one she started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she really got that going.
Holy moly. Yeah, she's gonna be. I'm gonna say it now. And that's fine. Whatever. I have until...
I think it's really funny that we all get riled up about each other. So
Yeah. If I can finish these socks before April 1st, I'm calling that a win. So...
I'm calling you Superwoman with what you got going on this week.
Yeah. I'm moving next
With
week.
spring break and moving, I'll call you Superwoman.
And I found out last Saturday, a week ago today, that we're moving in 2 weeks. Well, it was 2 weeks from there, but it's a week from now. Yeah, fun stuff.
And I did ask her if she wanted to put off podcasting, but she said no. I wasn't meaning like, no, we have to.
No, why would we want to do that?
But I will move on to my last sock that I will be showing for today. Last time you guys saw it was right in the cuff here. And again, this is the Night Owl Fiber Albus Dumbledore and the Rainbow Connection Socks by Kay from Crazy Sock Lady. This is what the back looks like, so you can kind of see the self-striping more. I'm loving these. Like,
I really like
lot. And the first one fits perfect. Like, that's the most perfect fit I've ever had on a sock.
Really?
Yeah. And so I can totally see me making more of these once I finish all my goal knitting for 2021. Because that's how these got started. Is I was like, oh my goodness, I made 20 goals for myself. And I haven't got anything done. So I cast it on, 4 pairs of socks the 1st of March. So there'll definitely be more of that. And then I have one other whip, which is the crochet along we're doing with Miss Kim from Around the Table. On Thursdays, she has a granny crochet. We are on week 7.
7, yeah.
And we do 2 granny squares, and so at the end we'll have 24, and then she's going to show us a different way of connecting them. So I'll insert pictures, but here is my Vienna square. And
that
then,
was Vienna?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is my Amsterdam.
Yeah, I have not finished my squares, so I'm not showing them.
And the woman who designed these squares said that this one was going to be wonky.
Yeah. Until
you connected it. So, but on the plus side, I also got they have blocking boards for the crochet squares. My cousin is enjoying working with woodwork, so he made me a board with 200 and some odd pegs so that I can actually block these now. I just gotta go pick it up this weekend. So I will show you guys that when I get it, because that's going to be like an acquisition and a fun toy to play with.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we are back with acquisitions. Yes. Me and Heather were shopping again late at night together. So a lot of ours are the same.
Well, from the same company.
Yeah. So we're going to start with Area 51 first. And spoiler alert. We both got the March Gilmore Girls Club.
Yes.
So.
And she does not post, so we're doing a spoiler.
So here's mine.
Here's mine. Sorry, it looks all funky. I untwisted it. And now
this was called You're My Hero.
Yeah, so this is my first Area 51 I've ever gotten.
It is not mine.
It's not Nicci's. But I feel like looking at the picture that she posted on Instagram and it's the same picture on Instagram and her website that she will use for her inspiration for this. And I'm sorry, I watched Gilmore Girls when it came out with my mom. We watched it every week, new episodes. I have since watched it like countless. I can't even tell you how many times I've gone through the whole series. I can remember this episode, like word for word, that this is based off of, and I feel like she nailed it 100%. Like,
Right.
I love this so much. So if you're on the fence about getting from Area 51, especially if you live in the States, I understand shipping, but
Go check it out.
you know. And Nicci has ordered from them before, and a few of our friends have ordered that from them before. And I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty, blah, 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 whatever. But actually having it, like, so, yeah, I was stressing because I'm moving and I wanted this to come to me before I moved. I was seriously having a heart attack.
And it was really cool because we both got it on the same day. Even being in two different areas of the United States.
Yeah. Yeah, Nicci was like, I got mine. I was like, I haven't gotten mine yet. But of course, I'm 2 hours behind her. So when it was my mail time, it came. So.
And then in my same package, I have another Area 51 and, of course, another Gilmore Girls, which is Dean, which I love. Yeah. I love blues. I love greens. So I kept, like, putting this in my cart, taking it out when I'd order other yarn. Mm-hmm. And I was like, nope, I got to do it this time.
And I feel like she nailed that one, too. Like, if you look at the picture that she used, like, the green from his Dozy Market apron, the blue from the shirt, it's just...
It's gorgeous.
So, my second skein is I Smell Snow.
That's so pretty.
That's coming out. That looks pretty good. So I'm actually going to be knitting.
There it is.
One of my pairs. This will be my Easter socks. I know snow is not Easter, but the color.
It can be if you live in Wisconsin.
Well, I know. The colors remind me of Easter, so I'm gonna go for it.
They do. And then my last acquisition is from Night Owl Fibers, which is Rachel's yarn for Gilmore Girls. This one was Hep Alien, if I remember correctly.
Hep Alien.
Yeah. So this was the colors.
This is nice.
So.
And this is inspired by Lane's band in the show. I could tell you, like, everything.
She can tell you every episode. I mean, I've watched it twice through, like, the episodes, but because I'm always knitting and doing other things, like, I don't pay. I did not watch it when it came out.
Oh,
I watched it on Netflix.
I watched it when it came out. Every week. Episodes.
Now, if you want to talk about 90210, yeah, I watched every episode when it came out.
Yeah, so...
that was my go-to when I was younger.
My sister's 5 years older than me, and she would record every episode. And back in the day, we had a VHS, like a VCR. So I was the one that had to sit there and press the pause button, so she didn't have to record the commercials. But, like, I don't know if you remember, like, if you pushed it too quick, you would get like a kind of like a distortion at the end of the end of the scene.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd have to wait. She'd be like, count to 30, count to 30. I'd have to wait 30 seconds and then press the pause button so that the distortion was on the commercial, not the episode. Yeah.
You're a good sister. Because I can tell you right now what I would have told if I had a sister, what I would have said to that.
Yeah,
it would have been a no.
7, and she would have beat me up. So.
That's funny.
That's my 90210 memories.
That's funny. I'm going to show a shop update. I forgot to mention that I have a shop at the beginning of the episode, the beginning of our recording. So you can find my shop link on Instagram in my bio, but I'll put it down below also, but it's Nicnacknitsco.myshopify.com. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to show everything that I just put in the shop because, like, it was a huge update and there's more coming this week. So I will show you the ones that are up right now, a few of them. I actually have my notions closed. I'm going to show this. So I keep this one with me at all times. And there's the Fix-It tool, a tape measure, lotion bar, chapstick, crochet hook, scissors, stitch markers, tape measure, nail file. So it holds a lot. I know it looks really small, but so I just put in a lot of these guys. Just showing a handful. I just grabbed a handful of them. So any of these you can go over, and so that's the back. There's one that matches mine.
Yeah, I love that fabric.
These little paisley one. So there's pretty much walks of life for anybody. Then I have one that's actually snowflakes, and I know snowflakes aren't in season, but I love them.
Oh, I like that one.
And then this one reminded me, because me and Heather also both play on our Switches, Animal Crossing, so when I saw this fabric, it reminded me the little leaf, so I got it. So there's a whole bunch of these little notions, if you want to go take a look. Oh, sorry for me reaching down. And I also had one other one down there, which was
that's
the
cute.
unicorn. And then I have for cross stitchers and embroiderers, or you can put a project in it. It's really big. There's that one. There's a few different sizes of these. These are just my extra large. I have a double extra large, which these fit a 12 by 12 circle in there for embroidery with plenty of room left over. My great big one I made for Doc Firewoman. Like I kept trying to get to, so she could put in her 17 by 17 Q snap, and it fits in there for her. So that's how those got inspired. And these last four that I'm going to show you, they aren't in the shop yet. They will be by next Saturday. There's going to be a big update with different ones of these. I just have the four I brought up. So this is my medium bag, and it has it's a 4-inch depth here for pocket squared off, and all of these ones are going to be zippers, but they're nice and deep in there.
Yeah.
And then I have large ones that are huge, and they're all the square bottoms. The large ones have a 5-inch. So this is with the cork bottom and the Tula Pink Skunks. Rainbow bottom with zebras. And then pink cork with the panda bears.
Pretty.
Thank you.
Do you have any more of the skunk fabric?
I do.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's down here, but you know my big owl bag?
Yes.
The it's like purple.
The snap one or the drawstring that you got?
The snap one.
Okay. Yeah, that's those large ones.
I might need
you have a medium
bag like that but a snap.
Gotcha.
I might, so I'll let you know.
And I do take custom orders, so if you let me know ahead of time, you can email me right on the shop link, and I will talk to you there. It also posts, there's multiple ways to contact me through Shopify. So
yeah,
that is all I have for you guys this week. I hope everybody enjoys their Easter and lives through their spring break with their children who are ready to be outside. But at least here in Wisconsin, we keep going 60s, then 20s, then 60, then rain.
Yeah.
I took off this week so that I'm off with JJ for spring break. and hopefully we can go do some stuff on the days that it's nice.
Yeah.
But if it's, I don't know.
I'm
I know
hoping
he's ready to go out. He wants to go do stuff. He's used to us taking 2 trips a year. And with COVID, we haven't.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe even just driving a few hours away to go do something outside. At least we could do that.
Yeah, if you're able to, I hope you can do it. But I will be spending the next week packing and moving and spring breaking, and
You'll need a vacation come April 5th.
sending my children outside. Yeah. So, anyways, we'll see you in 2 weeks, and make sure you enter our cows before the end of the month. You have 4 more days. 4 more days? Yeah.
Yeah.
So into those, and then we will do drawings in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like April 10th. So,
yeah.
Have a good week, everybody.
Yep. Happy knitting.
Bye.